Hi, I'm Paul James, the Gardener Guy, and today we're going to visit one of the coolest and most extensive gardens I've ever covered. What sets this garden apart is the gardener, a West Coast gardener by the name of Susan Patton.
For Susan, the whole world is her garden.
I was a wreck when we met at the dollar store.
And her brother were sort of the exotic California cousins.
I was into you, but now I'm into deep.
By the time she was 12 or 13, she was a very attractive young lady.
I'm safer in your arms.
I had met Susan at the orientation at a volleyball game, and it was the first time we met. We were friends instantly from then on, and have been for all these years.
Time you were so idealized. Now in the light of the day I realized I was into you, but now I'm into deep. And now I think that it is sad that I had to get tangled in the wires of your snare.
Susan's garden continued to grow after she left the University of Irvine. And then she went into the advertising business where she met a whole new group of friends and more flowers grew out of that.
Let me talk about Susan's creativity. I think she's a pretty creative lady.
People have often compared the BMW 540i to a fine musical instrument.
The commercials that I worked with her on at the time were Yonex Golf, and then we also did a couple car commercials for BMW, and we were actually working with a pianist from I believe at the time he was working with the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra at the Hollywood Bowl.
She is a perfectionist. She has a very creative mind. She's a strong woman. You know, she knows what she wants, goes after it, and can get things done.
There is one more thing I can tell you about Susan. It was in advertising where I first met Susan.
And he had been charmed by her back then. And their lives were going different directions. Then they found each other again, which I just love it. So,
then
Princess
one day you came my way, our paths had finally crossed. Can't look back to might have been, and all the time we lost. I wrote it, and it's really the concept. It expresses the fact that, and I've often said this to Susan, that if I just met you when we were both younger,
anything you wanna be. Islandside is anywhere your soul can be set free. It's about who you are.
We took a hiking trip, and Tom and Susan were fairly newly married at that point, and here they are hand in hand.
Dare to live your dream, living on the island side of life.
as you can see, a garden is always growing and renewing and refreshing itself. Susan has some very, very small flowers in her garden. They're very small, but they're very special.
Tuesdays are my savior. Anything that I need to get done in the world on Tuesday, knowing that Suze will be here, she comes in flip-flops ready to, take on the world. They adore Susan.
Spend our time trading on the hectic side of life. Now it's
Susan,
time to take some time.
happy birthday just for you. Happy birthday, and may all your dreams come true. When you blow out the candle, one light stays aglow. That's the sunlight of your smile wherever you go.
Happy birthday, Susan.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
It's a space where you can make yourself brand new. Island side is any place. You are living true, living on the island sideline. It's a place where I feel so alive. Getting along, singing songs. This is where I belong, living on the island sideline.